everybody, it's Christine with Coco Daisy, and since I'm filming this on New Year's Day, I'm going to say Happy New Year's. Even though this is for February, I'm going to say Happy New Year's because today is the first day of 2024. So, I am sharing with you a couple of things that I created using the Modern Memory Keeping Kit. And I did a little something different. I keep wanting to do a set of cards, and I thought, you know what, it's the perfect kit to do some Valentine or Galentine cards with. So first off, I have a 12 by 12 layout that I created, and then I will show you a couple of cards that I made using all of the goodies in this kit. So for the 12 by 12, I knew I wanted to really blow up this picture because it is a great picture of our little Lilu being goofy, as she always is. And the colors worked perfect. I thought the theme was perfect. It's one thing, yes, the kit can definitely be used for Valentine and love and all things of that nature, but honestly, you can use this for just about any particular subject that you think, I don't know, just it doesn't strike me necessarily as just, someone that you love, but just I loved the being different isn't a bad thing. It means you're brave enough to be yourself. So that was kind of the basis for the photograph. So yes, there's some love involved here because of course we love our little Lilu, but it also, I wanted to show you that you can stretch this theme or this collection to kind of encompass more than just that whole vibe. So I added, of course, a little bit of the splatter because that's just my thing, and it looks more finished to me. It's not just all blank. Gives it a little bit of texture. And then I blew up the picture pretty large. So I think this one is, I think this one's almost like a 4.5 by 6. So it is a larger photograph. But that was okay because I think it's a really cute photograph. I did try changing it to black and white, and I didn't like it as much. I liked kind of the brown and off-white tones with this particular paper. So I did go with it in color, even though there's not a lot of color in it. I thought it went pretty well with this particular paper. And one of the things I wanted to mention is remember that when you use these cards, they have patterns on a number of them on the back, and you can cut up and use those patterns for just little snippets as well. So this card right here, I didn't want the full width, so I cut it down, and when I cut it down, it had this pretty, on the other side of it, has this pretty little script paper. So I just used a tiny little strip of that just to kind of add one more pattern in there. So I laid my strips of paper and my card down, and then I centered the photograph over top. I added the So Goofy, which I love this nice, bold, puffy alpha. So I added that. And then I knew I wanted to create this fun little cluster of embellishments. And I did that using one of the envelopes. And now remember, when you get these, they're not folded. They're just flat. So you'll need to score them and then fold them and turn them into an envelope. And I did that with the little heart one. And then because she just kind of playing off the theme of her personality as well, because she's goofy and that, I added the little die cut card of the Joker and the rabbit. So I added that in there, and then that just kind of enforces or reinforces that theme a little bit, that she is a bit of a goofy jokester. So I created this. I used the cute little clip. I took 3 of the little coupons and stapled those together and layered all of that on top. There is some foam adhesive in there just to kind of keep everything so it's not so flat looking. added the little clip. So that was kind of the basics. That's where I started. Then I added these two little heart rub-ons just to kind of keep it not so visually I wanted to go outside the lines a little bit in a way. So I added those above and below the border here. And that looked good. I added the little stamping of the Feeling the Love with the little swooshes. I liked that. It kind of extended the title over. I added a few of the little enamel hearts, but it still felt like it needed a little something more. It was still feeling a little too plain to me. And I had this bold black here, and I didn't feel like I had that triangle going really enough. So you always want to try when you do design to have a visual triangle. And I looked through the pattern paper, and then, as I said, I looked through the backs of my cards to see if there was a pattern that I liked that was maybe a little bit darker, and I came across the little polka dots. And so I took my heart punch and I punched a couple of hearts out of this black with white polka dot. And it actually was perfect. It kind of framed in the photograph and it created that triangle. And it also kind of follows that line right through her eyes, kind of going down. And so visually, I think it keeps the focus on the photograph and it keeps the design balanced. Added a couple more little hearts by those, and then that was it. That was all I did. If I wanted to, I could tuck in a little bit of journaling in here. I really didn't feel that between the title and the card here. I didn't really feel like there was a particular story I wanted to write about, but you could totally add some journaling to this kind of layout if you wanted to. Again, you could tuck it into the little envelope. You could add another envelope here with the journaling if you wanted to. You could tuck it in behind the photograph with a little heart stapled on it that you pull out like a tag. That would be super cute as well. So a couple of other ideas that you could do to expand on this. But yeah, I love the way it turned out and I'm really, really happy with it. So this kind of layout is a really easy, adaptable layout. If you don't have a large photograph as well, you could turn this into four. You could do four smaller photographs if you wanted to. If you have a subject or you have an event that you have a bunch of them, it's another easy way to do that. You're just kind of adding a grid there in the middle. So that is my 12 by 12 layout. So what I wanted to do, and I haven't done in a while, and I love to make cards, and I just have not taken the time to do it. And so I just took a piece of 12 by 12 white cardstock, cut it down. These are like 4 by 6, and then this one is a 3 by 4. And the cards, again, these cards are so versatile. So I use these with everything when I'm paper crafting. Because remember, you don't have to use them as is. You can cut them apart. You can use pieces and parts of them. And a lot of them I thought were perfect for making cards. And even just like everyday cards, I mean, that would be super fun to send to a friend. You've got the February one. That would make another nice Valentine one. That's just a funny card you could send to a friend. There's an encouragement. You could do that as an encouragement card. There's all kinds of things that you can do with these and create a lot of fun cards. Artwork's already done. The size is perfect for 3 by 4 or 4 by 6 cards. So let me walk you through what I did. So this right here, the heart is one of the 4 by 6 cards. And I just glued that to a piece of cardstock that I had. So again, that's the end size is a 4 by 6. I cut this card down just a little bit because I didn't want it to stick out too far beyond the card. I added the cute little clip to that. There's one little enamel heart on here. And then I stamped our little Mad Hatter because I thought it went so well with that theme and the colors. I just stamped him on a spare piece of non-textured cardstock and then cut him out and added a little foam adhesive, and then that's my card. And then I can write whatever sentiment I want in there. I can add some more stamping inside if I want. Super easy to do. And there's a card all done, all set to go. And then this one, and I thought this is going to be so fun to send to a bestie, or hubby might get this one too. I don't know, we'll see. So I started out again with the piece of cardstock that's folded to create 4x6. I took a piece of the patterned paper and I roughed up the edge a little bit. So I just distressed the edge of that a little bit. I did the same to the card just to give it a little texture. And then I layered that with some foam adhesive over top. And then I took my punch, and as I mentioned, again, I used a piece of one of the cards because I really liked this pattern with this. And so I punched out some hearts from that, tucked those in there. I stamped one of the die cuts with the Feeling the Love, added a little staple and a couple little enamel hearts, and then just stuck that on there. And that's it. That was it. I mean, these 3 cards, maybe 45 minutes tops. And you think about how expensive cards are right now. I think the last time I went and bought an actual card, it was like $6 or $7. That's crazy just for a card. And you think of how special and how much better that these look with all the texture and everything in them. And the fact that you made them, I think that's so cool. And you can get those stamps too that say like handmade with love or handmade by, and you could always stamp the little back. I think that's cute too. I have a couple of those. I need to find them. And then this one, I just wanted to make a cute little card. So this little pocket card, it's just a 3x4 pocket card. I cut a piece of cardstock that was a little bit wider than 3x4, and I just scored a little section of it, added some adhesive, and then that's how I attached it to the 3x4 card. And then that gives you a space to write a little note. And it also allows you to keep both sides of the card. So if you have one of the pocket cards that you really like both sides of, you don't want to not see the back side, you want to make that part of your card, you can do it that way as well. You could, if I wanted to get super fancy, I could have used a border punch on this and given it, you know, like a scallop edge would have probably looked even better. I was just trying to quick do them with what I had at my desk. So this one, I just added, using the Puffy Alphas, I just added the word love in the middle, 2 little red enamel hearts on the top and the bottom there. I added another little enamel heart here, and then I stamped the Feeling the Love and the little arrow with the heart on the end. And so then I can write my little note. It makes a cute little, a card or a little gift card on top of a gift. How cute would that be? You could just punch a hole in that and string a ribbon through it. Would be really, really cute. So that is a look at some of the things that I created using the Modern Memory Keeping Kit. And I have a ton of stuff left. So that just tells you, I mean, I could make a bunch more cards. I could make a whole mini album yet. The little envelopes are going to be so much fun. These would be fantastic on a card with a little note tucked in on the front. So there is so much more that I can do with all the stuff that I still have left over. But I hope that has given you some ideas, and I hope you try making some cards.